My name's Abigail, and you're listening to Absolutely Me. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the very first episode of Absolutely Me of 2024. It's really very exciting to be here with you, and it's crazy that it's 2024. I really feel like this was such a long time away. 2024, like thinking of like the new year. It always is. It always feels so far away in like September, and then before you know it, it's like Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, and it's just over and we're in a new year, and it's really crazy. So I'm really excited to be here. I'm excited that you guys are here along with me, and I'm really excited for what this new year is going to bring with the podcast. It's just been a really good couple of weeks, and I hope you guys all had a great holiday season, that you had fun for Christmas and New Year's or whatever you guys celebrate. And you know what, I had a really good Christmas and a really good New Year's. I did so many family things for Christmas, which is always really fun. I love family like Christmas activities. We went to a Christmas party on my mom's side of the family and on my dad's side of the family this year, which was really fun. Me and my boyfriend went to a party with my friends where we did like a gift exchange and like a little Secret Santa thing and played games and stuff, and that was super fun. We had a really good time. My family the past few years, my mom has been taking us to this place called Pint-Sized Picassos, where they just basically walk you through. Ooh, wow, you guys, I'm sorry. They just walk you through doing an art project, like a painting, and it's like an hour to an hour and a half, and it's so much fun. We've done it the past couple of years at Christmas, and it's just really fun. And we painted little arches, like at Arches National Park, and it was a really good time. I got some exciting Christmas presents. My boyfriend bought me an iPhone. I've been on the Android train for a few years now, and I really love my Android, and I was actually like really sad to give it up and go to an iPhone, but all of my family members have iPhones. My best friends have iPhones. My boyfriend's got an iPhone. Like, they all really were pressuring me into get an iPhone so I could interact with them correctly. So I got an iPhone, and that was exciting. I'm excited about it. It's really nice of him. And I got a Shark Flex styler that's like a Dyson Airwrap that I've been wanting for so long, that I'm really excited about. I keep trying to use it, and I keep not doing great at it. At least like the curling part. I've been using like the round brush part for my bangs and just like blow drying. It's been awesome. So I'm excited to keep learning about how to do that. And I really love it. And I got some luggage, which I'm also super excited about. And yeah, it was a good Christmas. And I also have my birthday 5 days after Christmas. It was just this last week that I had my birthday. I turned 27, which feels really, really old. I don't know what it is. 26 was fine. 25 felt like a big shift. And then 26 was just like kind of nothing. But then 27, it's like, wow, I really feel like I am into my, like, I'm like entering my like real adult phase. And me and my friends joke about this all the time because it seems like every time we get together lately, we're talking about like 401ks and Roth IRAs and our investment strategies and like paying off debt and buying houses and, you know, our health insurance and like all these things. And it's just really funny because a lot of my really, really good friends, we were met in high school, and it's just really funny that we're like now adults, and like my friends are having kids and buying houses. We all have like adult jobs. I don't know what half my friends do for their job, to be honest. I like I know like what they do, but I like don't actually know what they do. We don't really ever talk about it. I don't know if half my friends even know what I do for work, but we all know we have adult jobs, and it's really funny, and it just is kind of weird. We're like entering into this phase of life where we're becoming like quote unquote real adults. And so is that's fun. It's fun to spend time with them. And so 27 felt old, and since my birthday is the day before New Year's, it kind of gets lumped in with some New Year's activities and also some Christmas activities. But me and my friends and my boyfriend, we went up to Lava Hot Springs in Idaho for the weekend, for the whole New Year's Eve weekend. We went from Friday to Monday, and we just had the best time. And we celebrated my birthday while we were up there, which was really fun. We went to Lava Hot Springs and out to dinner on my birthday, and it was just a really good time. We had so much fun all being together. It's been a while since we have just like all been able to be together and just like intentionally spend time with each other and just like be in the same space with each other. And it's fun to have friends as an adult too, like do adult things with your friends. We like all took turns cooking meals, and like two of my friends have a baby, two of my other friends have like a baby on the way, and they like my friends like that have a baby brought their baby, and it was just so fun to have her there and just like spend time all together. And we've gone out of town for New Year's Eve before, and we're like making it a little tradition. This is like the third year that we've done something like this for New Year's Eve, and so it was really fun. And I just really like kind of making these adult traditions and doing these adult fun things with my friends and spending money. As an adult, you know, we like get to do whatever we want, and it's crazy. We can just like pick up for the weekend and go wherever we want to go. So it's that was really fun, and we played a lot of games. We did some karaoke. We went to a crystal shop. We watched some movies. We really like games. We usually play a lot of games when we get together. So it was just a good wholesome time, and it was fun to be with all my best friends for my birthday too. So that was really good. And my boyfriend spoiled me, was super nice, and got me some other fun presents, and I'm really excited. So it was a good holiday weekend, and it was really rough going back to work this week. I don't know if anybody felt that, because kind of the week between like Christmas and New Year's is just, it's like a fake week. It feels like a fake week, and it just seems like nobody's really doing much of anything, which is great, but there's like not much to do, so it's like weird when you're working. And then so it's kind of like an extended break a little bit, but then when you come back from your New Year's Eve weekend, it's just like completely like you're hard back into work, and it's a rough transition. So if you're not in that place of full-time working yet, enjoy it while it lasts, because it's a rough transition. Even more rough than going back to school. Because at least when you're like going back to college, and you're just on Christmas break, at least you get like, I mean, when you're going to school, you could like take a nap during the middle of the day if you want. When you're going back to work, you're showing up at 8, you're leaving at 5, you're sitting in traffic, like you're going to meetings, you're talking to people, you're answering emails. It's just a different vibe. So just be grateful if you're not in that situation yet. I wanted to give you guys some food updates, because I know it is kind of a popular thing that I talk about. People have really loved it. So some random food things lately that I've been really loving. I've been eating a lot of true fruit lately, which is not like a novel thing. That's not like a hot take, but I just started like really getting into it and eating it. And my boyfriend and I keep getting the strawberry true fruit, and Oh, I'm just obsessed. They're literally so good. My mouth was like watering right now. I have some upstairs in the freezer I'm going to eat after I'm done recording this episode, I'm sure. But just, oh, I love the true fruit. It's so good. And it's such a good little, like, satisfying little, like, just if you need just a little, like, something, something to end your night or after a meal, just like popping a couple of those in your mouth. They're perfect. Okay, they're perfect. Another random food thing that I've been doing is mixers. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of mixers, but I'm so bad at taking vitamins, and I know I need to be good at it. I'm so bad at it, and I'm working on like balancing my hormones right now and like trying to heal my gut, on the whatever journeys. But I literally, you guys, cannot take vitamins. Like, I I throw them up every single time I take one. Like, even right now, just thinking about it literally makes me want to gag and throw up. And I can't take pills. Like, I've tried really hard to take them, and I 100% of the time, if I take them, no matter what I do, if I eat them with food, if I what all the tricks, I've tried all the things, like, I can't do it. And even just the smell of like multivitamins or vitamins, like, I hate it. So I've been trying mix hers to see that will get me to actually like take vitamins. And so far it's working. I like enjoy drinking it, and it like tastes like a little fun drink. I'm drinking less Dr. Pepper, I'm drinking more water, and I'm taking vitamins. So I'd say that's a win-win. I haven't been taking it long enough to know if there's like really a really big shift or change, but I'll keep you guys in the loop. When we were in Lava Hot Springs for my birthday, we went to I think it's called the Royal Hotel and Pizzeria in Lava Hot Springs. And if you guys have ever been to Lava Hot Springs, you need to go to this pizza place. It's seriously like top best three pizzas I've ever had in my whole life. It's really not that expensive. Like, me and all my friends went. There was 10 of us, and we just shared like some family meals, and we all got breadsticks and salad and drinks and pizza, and it was like $20 each for all 10 of us. It was awesome. So I think it's totally worth it if you're going there. It was really fun. It's super busy, and they don't like take reservations or anything, I don't think. So it's, if you go, like when we did on a Saturday night, we had to wait for like 45 minutes. But it was amazing. Another place, also, this is not a hot take. If you live in Utah and you like Indian food, please go to Bombay House. Get yourself some Bollywood chicken. I think they just might have changed it to pineapple or Bollywood. Yeah, Bollywood chicken curry. I think they just changed it to like pineapple chicken curry, the name, but it used to be called Bollywood chicken. It's just, it's so good. I always get a mango lassi. I get some Bollywood chicken. Um, and I get some garlic naan bread. And I've been getting this onion. I think, I can never remember what it's called. It's like a deep fried onion ring in like chickpea batter. And they give you like this chutney and like this sweet and sour little sauce. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And I'm obsessed. And that's like what I get every time I go there, and it just never fails. And please go if you live in Utah and you like Indian food. I think it's the best Indian food around. There's some other good places that I've been, but that place is really, really good. And I just went again recently for the first time in a while, and I loved it. Some other updates to my life, things that have been going on. My parents just got Peacock, the like streaming service, and of course I had to jump on that train. I'm mooching off of them, of course. And I was really excited because some of my favorite shows are on Peacock that I haven't been able to watch in a really long time. Like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I've been binging it lately. And it just makes me so happy. And I just love those like stupid little shows. Same with Parks and Rec. Like, I love Parks and Rec. They have Vampire Diaries, which I'm super excited about. They have The Office, but I've never watched The Office. That might be a hot take. I've literally never, I don't think I've ever once in the history of my life seen a full episode of The Office. And I've just kind of avoided it on principle. I lived in Provo, Utah for a while, and it was just really everyone's personalities, so I just kind of avoided it. So I've never seen it. Maybe I'll get around now that it's like on Peacock, but did I already mention Vampire Diaries? I can't remember. They have Vampire Diaries, and I'm really excited about that. They've got New Girl, if you like New Girl. They just got some fun, like, feel-good sitcom type stuff, you know? So I'm just excited about that. And, and they have Modern Family, too. I forgot. I love Modern Family. So I've been excited about Peacock. If you guys have any good Peacock recommendations, send them my way. And the other thing I've been excited about lately is that I got a new desk chair. I'm sitting in it right now. I'm actually sitting at my desk, which I haven't recorded a podcast at my desk in forever. I've been like laying in my bed or sitting on my couch. But I got this new chair, and it can lean back, and it has a footrest, so it's super comfy. And I'm obsessed with it, and I'm sitting in it right now. I've got my little blanket. I've got my little iPad with my notes on it. I've got my Stanley cup with my mixer's drink in it, and I'm feeling really good. So I've been really excited about that. Another thing I've been working on lately that I've kind of called, jokingly, I've called my master project. And I've given a presentation of this to a lot of people because I'm like really proud of it, and it's taken me a really long time to put together. And I've like put a lot of heart and soul into this thing, and it like doesn't look like much like when you're like looking at it, but I've created a bullet journal, and I've done a bullet journal before, like in years past, but this is like the bullet journal of all bullet journals. I really like being creative. I feel like I'm a fairly creative person, and I don't really have a lot of creative outlets. This podcast is like one of my creative outlets, and it's one of the reasons why I wanted to start this podcast, because I felt like I needed some sort of creative project to be working on to kind of help me get out of a little bit of a funk and an expression. I haven't really had a lot of things late in the past few years that I've been able to like express myself through creativity. So that's been really fun to do this podcast. But this journal was also like another way for me to like be a little more expressive and creative. And if you guys are interested, let me know. I'll do like a little walkthrough on my Instagram stories. It's almost complete. I'm like almost done with it, but I'm really excited about it. And I have not everything, but I've got a lot of stuff in here to like keep me on track for this next year. And I've got it labeled with like things I'm tracking every day. I've got like a place for me to do a journal. I've got a place like to track my mood. I've got like a place for my I've got like a page for a vision board. I'm just like making a mini vision board in my journal. I've got a weekly schedule, a monthly schedule in here. I've got organization stuff. I've got, I'm keeping track of my expenses. I've got like my budget outline in here. I'm able to like do meal prepping in here and make grocery lists. I'm able to like write and track workouts and cleaning and self-care. And I've got all my like podcast outline stuff. And so I'm just really excited about it. And it's taken me a really long time, and it's been really fun, and it's going to just be the best thing ever. I like last year going from 2022 to 2023, when I first like was getting out of, well, I guess it was a long time ago. When I was first getting out of my abusive relationship, I just like needed something to take my mind off of things. So I created this whole journal planner thing in Canva, and I was just going to create this journal and print it all out and kind of do like a bullet journal that was like printed out, and so I could make it like exactly how I wanted it to be. And so I spent like hours and hours and hours, and like probably 100 hours on this Canva project. I would just come home after work and I would work on it like every night for like months and months. And then I went to go see if I could get it printed a few months ago, because I did it and then I didn't finish it in time, and I like had some other things I wanted to tweak, and then I just like forgot about it. And then a few months ago I was like, oh, you know what, I should go get that planner printed. And it was going to be like $200 to $300 to get this planner printed out, and I was like, absolutely not. So I just took the basic elements of that and just bought a little journal and made it myself. And some of the things that I made like in my Canva, I just like downloaded as a PDF and printed out and put in this bullet journal, like my monthly budget outline. I just like printed that out and put it in my like taped it into this bullet journal. So yeah, maybe I'll do a little walkthrough of my bullet journal on Instagram this weekend. We'll see if that gets some interest. But I've been joking that, and me and my boyfriend have been joking for a few weeks that 2024 is going to be the year of Abby and Mitch. And just, we're both really excited about like things that are happening this year. And there's some things going on that I like don't want to spoil for you guys. I'll like keep you in the loop about it, but I don't want to like spoil it for anybody. But there's some good things going on, and just in my life and in Mitch's life, and projects that we're both really excited on and really excited about working on, and goals that we're trying to accomplish, and just things in our individual lives that we're both really excited about. So we keep joking that this is the year of Abby and Mitch, and we're like really gonna get our shit together. And I like, in trying to get my life together, I'm so bad at New Year's resolutions, you guys. I'm so bad at them. I hate New Year's resolutions because I'm such a perfectionist, and every time I feel like I go to set a New Year's resolution, I just get frustrated at myself because I set all of these like really specific, really like going from 0 to 100 goals, and I get really frustrated within like first week or two when I don't accomplish those goals like how I set out in like the exact perfect framework that I put them. I get really frustrated if I like don't accomplish them in the way that I feel like I was supposed to. And then I just give up on them, and so I get really disheartened with New Year's resolutions. But lately I've been seeing some things just like on Instagram and stuff of people having kind of these anti-resolution but still like growth-minded things that you can like replace resolutions with, and I thought they were so good. Like I've been seeing this just kind of mantra of like routine, not resolution, going around, and I really like that. And I feel like figuring out how to not just like set a goal, but like a specific goal that you're like trying to reach, but like really try to incorporate like resolutions into your life, or not resolutions, sorry, routines into your life. I read Atomic Habits and The Compound Effect last year, and they're both really incredible books, but they talk about the importance of a routine, and that like the routine of doing things is more important than like the actual like goals that you're setting. It's just like getting in the routine of doing it. So like, for example, I can't remember which book it talks about this. It's probably the Atomic Habits, but it talks about how if you're trying to set a goal to like lose a certain amount of weight or like exercise a certain amount during the week, that your goal is to become a person who goes to the gym. Like, your goal is to have a routine of going to the gym. It's not like, oh, working out this much or losing this much weight, lifting this amount, but that what's important is getting in the routine of being a person who goes to the gym. He was talking about how in the first like week or two or three, you don't even have to go into the gym, but you just wake up and you go, and even if you just like sit outside your car or sit outside the gym in your car, then you're a person who quote unquote goes to the gym. And that just getting in there, that routine, and then eventually you can go inside the gym. Eventually you can, do a 5-minute workout, and it's just like the goals get like bigger and bigger, but it's just about the routine. And after a while, it's like, oh, well, you're already at the gym, you might as well do a workout. And I just really like that concept of routine, not resolution. And I'm trying to like incorporate that more and like think about what I want my routines to be. There's been times I've been really, really, really good about my morning routine and my evening routine, and I really want to get back into the habit of being better at my morning and evening routine. And I'm already doing better, and I've got some steps to help me get there, so I'm excited about that. Another thing I saw recently is that people like made a bingo card of things that they wanted to happen in 2024 or for the month or whatever, and you don't like set a goal to do them. You just like write a bunch of stuff that you like wish or like want like to manifest into existence, and maybe some things that are goals, and then as you accomplish them throughout the year, you can like check them off, and then if you get bingo or blackout or whatever, you like get a prize. And I think that's so fun, and I'm probably gonna do that. I'm like trying to think of what I'm trying to, because my philosophy this year, and I'll talk a little bit more about this, but it's less about like concrete goals and things and more about just like attitude and like the way I move through the world and routine. And so I don't know what I would put on a bingo card, but I love this idea. If you're one of those people who like want like a concrete goal but like don't want to put so much pressure on yourself, I think the bingo card is a great idea. These are not my ideas, by the way. I just straight up steal these from videos I see on Instagram, so don't give me any of this credit. But another thing that I saw that I really like is people talking about like ins and outs for the year, and they talk about things that are like going to be in for 2024. So for example, like for me, I would say vitamins are in for 2024, and out of 2024 would be like negative self-talk. So you just make a list of all the things that are in for you this year and all the things that are out for you. And I think that's a good idea. That one I'm probably not going to do, but I like the idea, and I think it would be a good idea for people if they're wanting like some ideas for setting goals or, setting an intention for 2024. I think that's awesome. The one that's my favorite is vision boards. And last year, I really took this into stride. Me and my best friend had like a vision board making night, just like on accident one night. And we were just like, oh, we should make vision boards. And then we made it happen. And now I spent hours on this vision board. And I printed all the pictures out. I put them on a poster board, and then I framed my poster board. And now it's just like behind my desk at home in this framed picture, and it looks really nice and it's really cool. And I was looking back on it the other day, and I was like, wow, all these things I put on, like I kind of spoke into existence this last year. Like one of the things I put on my vision board for last year was like a microphone and some headphones, just kind of like signaling podcasting, because it's something I told you guys I've been wanting to do for a while. So it's just like things like that where the things that I put on this vision board were really kind of manifested this year. And so I thought that was really cool. And so I love vision boards. I'm like I like the vision board that I have that I made that's kind of like an overall life vision board. And there's still some things on there that I feel like I don't want to update it quite yet. So I'm doing a mini vision board of just like specific things in my bullet journal. I have some things printed out and just a couple of things, and the things that I'm putting on my vision board, like my bullet journal specific vision board for this year that I really want to focus on is just like a cup half full attitude and just looking at the world with a cup half full mindset and just like really bringing abundance into my life and realizing, I have a lot and I'm really blessed, and I like really just want to focus on that and focus on a lot of the good things. Another thing that I want to focus on this year that's going on my vision board is worshiping myself. And that sounds like kind of a funny thing because it's like, why, worshiping yourself. And I saw this poem in a video the other day that somebody wrote about how they really didn't feel like they ever looked at themselves really in the mirror and truly believed that they were capable themselves of making things happen, that they always kind of relied on outside forces. And like, why not believe in yourself and believe that you can accomplish all these things? You don't need like an outside person or experience or event to happen in order to make things in your life happen and be happy, that you can just do it all on your own and you're capable all on your own of accomplishing these things. I just thought it was like one of the most profound things I've heard in a really long time, and I loved it. And the girl that wrote the poem talked about, like, why not create a shrine to myself and pray to myself every night before I go to bed, and like worship myself in the mornings and like pray to myself like I'm praying to God to get the strength and like just really connect with the higher power of yourself. And I loved that concept so much. So that's one of the things I'm focusing on this year that I'm putting on my vision board is worshiping myself. And I may make a little altar to myself and try it out. I don't know, we'll see. I'm still trying to figure out like what I want to do with that. But I love that. So I put that, and then I already talked a little bit about how Mitch and I have been joking that this is the year of Abby and Mitch. And I'm just really excited to focus on myself and just really dive in more into my life. I feel like there's so many things that I'm excited about and so much good about life. And I feel like I'm in a position, I feel like for a long time I was kind of waiting for my divorce to be finalized. It took like, a year and a half more than that to get it all like finalized. And I really just feel like that I was waiting for that to like finally be settled in order to completely move on. And now that that's behind me, everything is done, everything's completed. I've changed my last name back legally. We figured out all of our money stuff and I've gotten the money, and I have officially signed the papers and they're filed with the court, and like it's just everything is settled. And I just felt this sense of finality and just kind of closing that door and closing that chapter in my life. So I'm really excited to kind of move into a space of thriving and not feeling held back. And I feel like I have made a lot of progress this year, but I'm just really even more excited now that I have that kind of off my back a little bit and I can move into a more excited space. So I'm excited about that. And then the last thing is that I really want to care less about what others think about me this year. And I just want to really focus on caring about what I think and what I feel. And with this podcast too, I feel like I've cared so much about what other people think. And I just get really nervous about putting episodes out. And then as soon as people like started listening to it and like showing interest in it, I got like really nervous about it. And I like didn't know what to put out. And I just really am going to stop caring about what other people think and just do this. And if there's people out there that this podcast resonates with, then that'll be great. And I'm really excited about that. But that I really just don't want to rely on what other people think anymore. So I'm really excited about that. And this is something I've gotten better and better and better at, of just like not giving a crap about what other people think and just living my life. And it's great. And I love it. And some things I want to like work on in 2024. These aren't necessarily like resolutions, like I said. They're just things I want to incorporate into my life and be mindful of. And the first is really focusing on manifestation and affirmations. And I feel like this is part of the worship and self-love that I've been wanting to work on as well. And I've always felt a little bit scared to like really manifest in a way that I feel is really powerful and would benefit me, because I've always felt like I was asking for too much, or I was taking up too much space, or I was doing too much or whatever. And I'm over that. I'm over feeling that way, and I'm just going to manifest whatever I want and just speak it into existence and just convince myself with these affirmations and other things that like I'm worthy of whatever these things I want, and like speaking these things into existence. And that's what's good about like doing a vision board, like writing these things down, is because it kind of speaks that into existence. It's partially, I'm using this podcast a little bit selfishly because I'm speaking this into existence. This is like me manifesting like this next year and the good things that are coming. So thanks for letting me use you to be a little bit selfish this week. I appreciate it. The next thing I'm really going to focus on this year is getting in touch with my higher self, and really focusing on getting in touch with Abby and what Abby wants and what Abby needs, and getting in touch with, the possibilities that are within me and the capabilities that I know that I have, and just really committing to strengthening my relationship with myself and just really getting in touch with who I am as a person. And I'm really excited about that. And another thing that I'm working, kind of going along with that, is being less of a giver and more of a receiver, and taking care of myself first. I'm such a giver. Anybody that knows me will tell you that I just I will give and give and give and give and give everything that I have to people, which is one of my greatest strengths. And I also think like one of my greatest weaknesses. And I'm really working on putting myself first and taking care of myself first. And my boyfriend is such a good example of this. Mitch is so good at this, where he will just do whatever it takes to make sure that he's taking care of himself no matter what's going on. He is so good about that. And he's such a generous person and such a kind person and such a giving person too. But he just really has that good kind of threshold and boundary with himself that I'm really kind of jealous of, that I really want to manifest and emulate more in my life. And just manifest receiving more this year. And the last thing I really am trying to focus on this year is my finances. Again, it makes me feel like such a real adult when I talk about these things. So I'm like, oh my gosh, finances. But like, I really am taking it seriously this year. I opened myself a Roth IRA. I've got money that I'm depositing every month into my Roth IRA. I'm maxing my Roth IRA out, whatever. I'm maxing my HSA account out, whatever. I have a high yield savings account, an emergency fund, and all this stuff. I got debt free this last year. Getting debt free was one of my biggest goals for this last year, and I got debt free. And so this year I'm really going to work on my savings and just kind of getting my spending in check and like really tracking things. And that's where the bullet journal comes in handy, because I've got all my budget stuff in there. So I'm really excited about that. And like I said earlier, New Year's resolutions are really hard as a perfectionist like me, and I always get really angry with myself, and I'm kind of sick of being so hard on myself. And I feel like I'm trying to take the pressure off of New Year's and New Year's goals, and really just trying to allow myself to not be perfect, and just realize that I'm going to make progress. Something that hit me really hard these last few weeks was thinking about this last year and how the biggest progress that I made this last year were things that I didn't write down, the things that I didn't make specific resolutions for. And that kind of blew my mind. The biggest I was talking to my therapist about this today during my therapy session, and it just seems like I would be so hard on myself at the beginning of New Year's, because I would be like, oh my gosh, I have to accomplish this and this and this and this and this, and there's all these things that I've been slacking on, and this is the year I'm gonna get it all together. And I look back at this year, and a year ago I was not in the place that I am now, and I'm really, really proud of myself for the progress that I've made. And I'm compounded over the next 10, 20, 30 years, if I can make and continue. Sorry guys, I keep yawning, and I'm definitely not going to go edit this out because I'm too lazy. But if I keep having this compounded growth over the next few years, 10, 20, 30 years, I'm going to make so much progress, and I'm really excited about that. And it's just crazy that progress happens even when you don't write things down or set a specific goal. And I just think let's all take the pressure off of ourselves, and just don't be so hard on yourself, and just think about all the progress you've made over this past year, 2 years, 5 years. Even little bits of progress is progress, and I guarantee everybody's made progress in some aspect of their life. And I'm just really excited. I'm excited to focus on myself this year, and realize that, there's so many things that I am trying to get better at, and trying to do well at, and trying to focus on. And I just think it's so great to have the realization in my mind that I'm not here on this earth to reach peak efficiency. That's not the purpose of any of us here. And also, it's impossible to reach peak efficiency. I used to think that was the ultimate goal, was to be at max peak efficiency. And I just realized that it's impossible, honestly, to get there. And I'm never going to get there. And I don't think any of us are ever going to get to peak efficiency. And if you say you're at peak efficiency, first of all, you're lying. Second of all, I feel sorry for you, because you're probably not living as full of a life as you could be. And so I'm excited with that realization and these kind of attitudes moving into 2024, just to see what I manifest, and to see what I can speak into existence, and to see how I can tap in with myself and really learn to love myself and get enlightened in my own way. And I hope you guys all are excited for 2024. I really feel like there's big things coming. I am excited for some projects and things that I'm working on that I'll keep you guys in the loop about. I love you all so very much. I hope you have the most amazing Friday, the best weekend. So excited to be entering into 2024 with you all. I love you so much. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for listening to another episode of Absolutely Me. Thank you to everyone who helped make this possible. Shout out to Tanner Johnson for the amazing intro. And don't forget to subscribe, rate, review, tell all your friends. And we'll be back next Friday with another episode. Love you. Bye.